we'd like to show the world that Hawaii and Hawaii's leaders stand in solidarity with the victims of Epstein as well as his accomplices. Without further ado, we have some serious remarks we'd like to share today, and I'd like to introduce the American Civil Liberties Union of Hawaii Development Director, Ms. Jana Light, to share remarks on behalf of our organization.
Welcome, everyone. I want to thank you all for being here, both in support and witness of this effort. We are living in a moment where the powerful are hiding behind black ink and claims of national security to avoid accountability, all while the most vulnerable pay the price. The Epstein Files, even the redacted versions that have been made public, have revealed decades of child trafficking and abuse involving leaders at the highest levels of our government. Compounding this rank injustice, we are also witnessing the U.S. Justice Department use the guise of national security to continue redactions of the Epstein Files and erode and violate civil rights processes. When national security is used as a shield to hide moral rot, the foundation of our democracy crumbles. Our laws should ensure safety and accountability for everyone, not just those with the resources to cover up and skirt the truth. Justice and the future of our democracy demand that our elected and appointed officials take this systemic abuse seriously. At the ACLU of Hawaii, we believe in the power of collective action, of kuleana and care for our neighbors and especially for our KP. We stand with the victims. We demand due process. We call for the U.S. Department of Justice to comprehensively comply with the Epstein Files Transparency Act. We demand due process for those credibly suspected of abuse as outlined in the Epstein Files. The voices of victims need to be elevated and their human dignity honored. I am proud to stand in solidarity with the victims alongside our partners and alongside Representative Tokuda and present this banner signed by hundreds of supporters at our March 28 No Dictators rally on behalf of the ACLU of Hawaii as we demand justice for the victims and due process for our government officials. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jenna. Next, I'd like to introduce Lisa Gibson, the leader of Indivisible statewide. Indivisible has been such an instrumental partner across our islands in ensuring that we are bringing out more than 3.5% of the population to engage in civil resistance to push back on rising authoritarianism. So I want to thank you, Lisa, for your leadership and welcome you to the podium.
Thank you, Selma. And on behalf of the Indivisible Hawaiʻi, pardon me, statewide network, our 14 chapters, we are very proud to be here today. This is all about partnerships, dealing with the hideous authoritarian regime that is upon us all, requires all of us to work together. The ACLU, we cannot do this without the ACLU, and we cannot do this without our chapters. So I'm really proud of the Indivisible new chapter in East Oahu, whose creative team came up with this project, and without them this wouldn't have happened. I'm also very appreciative of Congresswoman Tokuda for her fighting spirit, which is what we need right now in our government. And it's about accountability. We cannot capitulate. We will win this if we are able to hold everybody who is doing the bad stuff accountable. There is no democracy without the rule of law. And so I appreciate the partnerships and our leadership from Congresswoman Tokuda. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lisa. Now I'd like to introduce Lisa Lockard, representing Indivisible Hawaiʻi East Oahu chapter. Thank you.
Hi, I'm here to represent Betty Kamita, who is a member of our chapter, and she was the one who conceived of this initiative and spearheaded the effort to bring this banner to a reality. But unfortunately, she couldn't make it here today and has asked me to speak on her behalf and make this statement. Too many women and girls know firsthand the experience of sexual violence, and that trauma is only compounded when it's not taken seriously, when we're not believed, and when justice is denied. So as a gesture of our solidarity and also to demand compliance with the Epstein Transparency Act. Indivisible Hawaiʻi East Oahu Chapter and ACLU Hawaii would like to present this banner signed by members of the community all across Hawaii, and to show that we stand with the survivors, many of whom have been waiting for more than 30 years for justice. And until that day comes, we share our strength and our aloha with those women who are bravely fighting to make their voices heard and fighting to make sure that truth prevails over power. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lisa. And without further ado, I'd like to introduce our sitting U.S. Representative, one for the state of Hawaii, Representative Jill Tokuda, without which, you know, the state, I believe, would be looking elsewhere for guidance. But we're so lucky that right here in our state, we have a powerful leader who stands up to some of the most powerful bullies in DC, who fights unwaveringly and who spreads the cultural values and the ethos that we espouse here at a nationwide level. It is a beauty to see Representative Tokuda in our offices today, and we are so proud that young girls and women in the state of Hawaii can look to her to understand what it means to have a spirit of resistance, what it means to create a record to show that we do not stand for the injustices that our U.S. government is placing upon us today. So without further ado, thank you so much for being here, Representative Tokuda.
Thank you so much. You know, I can't help but, even in this very serious moment with so much on the line, I couldn't help but stand there smiling. And I'll tell you why. I am so proud to represent a state like Hawaii, communities that understand their kuleana, to not just take care of ourselves, but stand up to those who have been hurt, they have been abused, they have childhoods, their lives stolen from them. And here in Hawaii, you read the words here, powerful words of peace and healing and aloha and strength. What it's saying is, not with the Epstein Files, not anywhere in this country, and not here in Hawaii. We stand with our victims, we stand with strong mana wahine that are survivors, and we're gonna make sure there are no victims to come. You know, it's very easy to think in this time, with so much going on, storms outside of our windows, so many communities that we need to rebuild that are recovering right now, gas prices through the roof because of an unwanted, unnecessary, unilateral war being waged in Iran, tariffs causing groceries on the shelf to skyrocket in prices. Some might think, why are we doing this? But let's remember that when it comes to sex trafficking, human trafficking, Hawaii pretty much leads the nation. We have seen federal prosecution of pedophilia and crimes against our children in Hawaii up 50% between 2024 and 2025, 150% increase since 2021. That's what this is about. This is about saying the pedophiles and those who victimize our children, those who rape and abuse our women, traffic them for their own profit and pleasure, they will be held accountable. They should pay for their crimes. And right now, it's been 142 days since the president signed the Epstein Transparency Act. 142 days. Let us think what has happened in the last 142 days. Let us think of all the very consequential red herrings and distractions that this president and his administration and complicit Republicans have put out there to distract us from the fact that innocent girls are waiting for justice, that they have seen more accountability outside of our country than right here in their own homes. This is absolutely unacceptable. And so I'm so proud to stand with our communities, our people, to take back this banner of hope, to remind them that 142 days has passed since that act was signed. Yes, we were able to get rid of Pam Bondi, but no, she will sit. She will sit and be held accountable for her actions and a lifetime has passed since they were victimized, abused. Their innocence, hope stolen from them, we will help them get back that hope by ensuring that all the files are released, that those who hurt them are held accountable, that they see justice at the end of all of this. And so a big mahalo to everyone who has signed this banner, to the thousands who have called our office asking us to stand up and fight. To everyone here in Hawaii, you understand that it's not just about Epstein. This is about making sure perps that are hurting kids, children, women, our community, our family members, our ohana here in Hawaii are held accountable and brought to justice. And so a big mahalo to the ACLU, Indivisible Hawaiʻi, every single person I know that has taken to the streets, picked up their phones, emailed offices, made sure that we will never forget. A big mahalo to all of you. And now let's go out there and let's get this fighting. Mahalo, everyone.
Now I'd like to invite Representative Tokuda to sign the banner.
Oh yeah. Just put my
At the bottom, we have a space dedicated to pull this out a little bit. Stuff like that, yeah. So anywhere in this area.
Thank you.
And just so you know, we're taking this to Washington, D.C. So many messages of hope that we'll share with those on our oversight committee that are fighting to make sure that all of the files are released. I'm going to share this pictures and present it to the Epstein survivors as well. This is going to give a lot of people hope, so thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Rep. And now we will welcome any questions from the press. If there are none, thank you so much for your time, for being here, for being journalists with integrity to cover this story, to elevate this story, and make sure that we continue to raise awareness here in Hawaii about sex trafficking, its effects locally, nationally, internationally. Thank you all so much for being here. Mahalo.
Can we get a photo with the banner, please, and speakers?